Yes, and welcome back to the 94 Club for your daily dose of music. We are back with some country music. This is Charley Crockett. You know I can't stay away from country music. We have switched it up a little bit lately, but we will be featuring at least 3 or 4 country songs every single week. We're going with Blackjack, County Chain off Western AF. I've been meaning to check this one out for the longest time, so I am very excited to get into it. But before we do, just remember, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. It helps with the algorithm. Hit that notification bell if you want to step to step with all the latest videos. And please hit that subscribe button and you will join the 94 Club. Be part of the community. We would love to have you here. Anyway, we're going to get into this one right now. I got the lyrics here. We will do that deep dive into the lyrics at the end because you know how much meaning there is in country music. Anyway, let's get it.
This little number here is it's an old country song called Blackjack, County Chain. This old boy named Red Lane wrote it. He wrote it for Charley Pride back in 1967, but Charley Pride decided not to sing it, and so old Willie Nelson did. And it was a hit on the radio for him till they banned it. And well, I actually know it from a Sanford Clark album called They Call Me Country, because I cut another one off that same album called It's Nothing to Me. And it's the last song on that album, and I love the way Sanford did it. But actually, even old Red Lane's version is, maybe even Red's might be the best, I don't know. But I was standing beside the road in Blackjack County, not knowing the sheriff had paid a bounty for men like me who didn't have a penny to their names. So they locked my leg to 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain.
I really like Charley Crockett. He just transports me to a Western movie. He just takes me out of where I am right now and puts me in there. That Blackjack County chain is what you obviously used to get chained to back in the day, so you couldn't escape. So when you're locked in a cell, yeah, but you also, instead of being handcuffed or something, you're locked to a chain on the floor so you can't get out. So it's really, really nice song.
And all we had to eat was bread and water, and each day we had to build that road 1.25 miles. Black snake whip would crack our backs if some poor fool complained, and you couldn't fight back wearing 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. And then one night when the sheriff was a-sleepin', we gathered all around him, slowly creepin'. Heaven help me to forget that night in the cold, cold rain, when we beat him to death with the 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain.
So I'm feeling that this is a little bit of a murder ballad now. I don't know, maybe correct me if I'm wrong. This is a really, really good song.
Now the whip marks have all healed, and I am thankful that there's nothing but the scars around my ankle. Most of all, I'm glad no man will be a slave again to a black snake whip and 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. To a black snake whip and 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. Blackjack County chain. Blackjack County chain.
I really enjoyed this one. I'll tell you something right now. He's not pushed his voice so far in this to hit some real strong notes, but he's telling a story. It doesn't need to. Like, the story itself is very strong. His voice is very strong. His whole image is strong. And I'm just such a fan of Charley Crockett. I think he's brilliant. Anyway, we'll do lyrics and we'll dive into it and we'll see what we think. I think there's a bit of meaning in here that we can pull out. But anyway, so I was standing beside the road in Blackjack County, not knowing the sheriff paid a bounty for men like me who didn't have a penny to our names. So he locked my leg to 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. And yeah, I think this is like a theme that just runs through life. And all we had to eat was bread and water, and each day we had to build that road 1.25 miles. I suppose this is a difference. Right back then, if they got locked up, they had to work. Now people just get locked up and kept away. A black snake whip would cut our backs if some poor fool complained, and you couldn't fight back wearing 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. What we're saying in this verse is like, you know, they've got you, that chain, and I guess that ball and chain that you're carrying around with you is really slowing you down. So if you wanted to rebel, you couldn't. And they'll get you in that place where they will work you so hard that you can't fight back anyway because you're too tired. And then they're whipping you as well. So it's a really hard concept to think about. And you can see there's thoughts of violence in here, so you can see why they banned it on the radio, but it's still a song and a story that needs to be told. And then one night when the sheriff was sleeping, we gathered round him slowly creeping. Heaven help me to forget that night in the cold, cold rain when we beat him to death with 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. So they managed to get out, get away, and then use that chain as their friend rather than their enemy. Now the whip marks have healed, and I'm thankful that there's nothing but these scars around my ankles. But most of all, I'm glad no man will be a slave again to a black snake whip and 35 pounds of Blackjack County chain. And so they managed to get out. There's nothing left but scars, and I think it's not just physical scars. Those physical scars that are there on his ankle are always going to remind him of that situation, but it's also mental scarring as well, and the situation that he's been put through. So it's a really strong song, and I think one of the best things about music is when you have songs like this, they're telling stories of the past. And, you know, not a lot of people learn through reading, and this is a really good way of educating people on things that used to happen. So, yeah, I appreciate you, Charlie, for keeping this music going and bringing up some classics and singing them and covering them. I think it's a great way to get music from the olden days up into the new days. And the modern days. So really appreciate it. But anyway, if you like the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos, and please hit that subscribe button. You will join the community right here, be part of the 94 Club. We would love to have you. Anyway, that's me for now. I appreciate you. Thank you. Peace.